So she's 86 yelling, "That's my lemon tree." And I look over from the Home Depot
Yeah.
checkout to see like what's going on. The woman suplexes the 6-year-old and I freak out. I don't even know what.
Natalia, are we live? What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Trey Griggs here, your host of the Word on the Street. So glad that you are joining us today. Hope you're having a great Friday out there. It is Finish Strong Friday, so whatever you're doing, get after it with everything that you have got. Your future self is going to thank you for that. Before we get the show started off today, got to say thank you to a couple of people out there. Had a great time at the McLeod conference recently. Appreciate them for having us out there. That was last week in Phoenix, Arizona. We'll talk about that on the show today. As well as while you're out there surfing the internet, check us out at betaconsultinggroup.com. We are helping companies in the industry tell their stories and have better messaging through a workshop, and we do customer testimonial videos. So check us out at betaconsultinggroup.com. We'll help you create some social proof. Just click on the button there that says schedule a call with yours truly. Tell us your story. We will help you to write yours. All right. We're going to get this show kicked off today. It's Friday. A lot of people are traveling today. It's trade show season. People are out and about doing all kinds of great things, but we've always have a great street crew here to talk about some industry topics today. So let's go ahead and bring them into the show. Coming to us from Boise, Idaho. He's been traveling a lot as well. You know him as the Freight Sensei. Give it up for the one and only Scott Watanabe in the house. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. Good to be back home for a week.
There we go.
20%,
20,
skill, 15%, concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
What's up, brother? How you doing,
Remember
man?
the name. You know, I think I saw it was either a TikTok or a reel of yours that featured this song. I was like, let's go.
That's right. No, I'm starting to put audio behind a few things. Have a little fun out there, trying to catch up with the young folks out there on TikTok, having a good time. You got some great content out there as well, my friend. Always doing a great job. Putting some training, putting some inspirational content out there. All kinds of good stuff, man.
I got my next one. I was talking to my claims girl, and she was just dropping some knowledge on. I sent her a little gift that says, "The more you know," and then right after she says, "The more you grow." I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna write that down." So it's good.
And the more you don't know, man, it's like the more we learn, the more we realize, gosh, we don't know a darn thing. That's kind of how
there's so much capacity left up here that mind blowing.
I know. You just can't exhaust it, which is the way it is. All right. Coming to us from New Jersey, which is actually where Jennifer Carpus-Romaine is driving home from right now. Jennifer, you're watching the show. Safe travels. Keep your eyes on the road. Gonna miss her. But coming to us from the Jersey area, this guy did not flinch last week on the Ice Bucket Challenge. He just stood there and took it. You know him as the Bodacious Cowboy. Give it up for our good friend, Jeff.
Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. I make a lot of noise, cause the girls, they are so pretty.
What's happening? All right.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
All right. Beautiful. What's up, my friend? How are you? You like that black? That's a Tim McGraw hat right there.
Are you wearing it down in Tampa?
I'm bringing it to Tampa. I'll wear it for you for sure.
Thank you, sir.
For sure.
Right.
This is a Tim McGraw look right here. This is what I wear when my wife and I go on dates. I put my black boots on. I wear this hat. I put a toothpick in the mouth. It's somewhat believable. My yeehaw's pretty terrible. I don't really do that. Yeah, don't have a good yeehaw.
Hey, I had a great week. How about you? Do you have a good week?
Phenomenal, man. I was traveling this week. I was at McLeod User Conference.
That's awesome.
And it was great. We had a good time down there. It was in Phoenix. Pretty good turnout. It's trade show season, boys. A lot of stuff going on next week. I'm at 3 events next week.
Wow.
It's crazy. I
Well,
know.
where do you still get along with your wife? She never sees you.
Well, no, because my wife's love language is quality time. This does not help.
It doesn't help.
When I get home, I got to put everything down and just be present, which
There
is
you go.
a good thing to do. But that's unfortunately the way it goes. Yeah, so I got Trimble Insights this week in Vegas, 3PL Systems User Conference. I'm emceeing that event on Thursday, Friday, and then I'm speaking at Freight Fest in Houston on Saturday morning with a good friend Ramel Wally. So it's a busy week next week.
Don't forget, you got the Broker Carrier Summit in
I know it. That's October. I get a week off, Jeff. I get a week at home before I have to even think about that. So, but it's going to be fun. We got some good stuff coming up. Speaking of which, and I'll just throw this out there, next week's show, since I'm going to be at the 3PL Systems User Conference, obviously up on stage and not here for the show, and Coleman is going to be with me at that show. We're going to have a special show on the Broker Carrier Summit. We're going to be talking about that next week. So episode 176, right back here at noon Central. So make sure that you watch that. We're going to have a good time just talking about what's going to happen at the show. Join us at noon Central for that.
Hey, you know that Dan
October
Lindsay
12th to 13th.
Yeah, Dan Lindsay is joining me on Monday, on the 25th, on my show.
Oh, beautiful. Excellent.
Yeah,
How can people find the show, Jeff?
How
is it live on LinkedIn or YouTube, or what
yes,
are you
it
doing?
is. Yeah, it's live on LinkedIn. We're going to go over, entrepreneurship and how hard it is to start a business, ups and downs.
Nice.
All different things, including the Broker Carrier Summit. So
remind us all, what's the name of the show and what time does it air?
Yeah, it's called The Storytelling Chronicles, Life Lessons and Logistics. We're live every Monday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on LinkedIn. We are on YouTube and Facebook every Monday.
Excellent. We need to get you your own banner. Maybe we'll put something up here on the show whenever we talk about it.
Well,
So
that
you
would
have
be
your own banner
sweet.
for that. That could be good.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Who's there with us, Scott? Who do we have joining the show today?
This is Nate Shirtle, one of our senior
What's
account
up,
managers.
Nate?
So.
I know.
Nate.
Thanks for joining the show.
We got one of our new hires is his assistant, so he's dropping in some load tenders so we can teach that man how to help him operate better. So
The business continues. It just continues.
You got a good trainer there, Nate. You got a good trainer.
I know, that's awesome. The business continues, that's for sure. Awesome.
The business
Well, hey, listen,
continues, never stops.
Let's jump in and talk about what's going on. We got our first segment, as always. What's the word? Sponsored by our friends over at Isometric Technologies. Listen, ISO is the ultimate freight broker's secret weapon. I got to see those guys in Phoenix at the McLeod conference with ISO, y'all. You'll have access to industry-wide performance benchmarks, dynamic scorecards,
Just live
analytics, all kinds of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I'm live, like literally live.
The
joys of being on the sales floor.
Scott's interrupting my ad read. I love it.
I apologize. I thought I was muted, so we're gonna blame it on Jake.
That is so funny. So normally when the video comes up, just so people know, when the video comes up, normally it mutes everybody, but this one doesn't have any audio, so I can talk over it. So you just jumped right in there, which was totally fun. No, that's hilarious. But anyways, we'll finish the ad read by saying, listen, if you're a freight broker out there, go to iso.io, and check it out. I got to watch them at McLeod talk about their product, and it's exciting what they're doing for brokers. Being able to scorecard carriers' performance and locations, and that it dictates pricing, it dictates a lot of things. So nice. Really cool stuff. Helps with quarterly reports and that kind of stuff. Lots of good stuff. They're former Uber guys and got a good runway. So anyways, all right, let's talk about some things that are going on in the industry. Yeah. Obviously it's trade show season. Scott, are we going to see you on the road, man, at a trade show, or are you just going to be going to headquarters the whole time? Are you coming to Broker Carrier Summit? What's up?
Yeah, come on, Scott.
Probably not Broker Carrier Summit. I know we're sponsoring the welcome show at TIA, and so you'll probably see I should.
We need
be there.
You down there. So I got to talk to Lauren. I'm going to call Lauren and be like, if Scott doesn't show up, just forget about us being friends anymore. You know?
Yeah. When is the TIA?
TIA is the week after Broker Carrier Summit. So it's the 18th through the 20th in San Diego, beautiful San Diego, California. Oh. It's going to be a great show. They got the Shark Tank going again, Vendor Flow, a few others I know that are going to be a part of that. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's awesome. So it's really good. Speaking of the Broker Carrier Summit, still use the code PARTNERS and get a little discount. It's filling up. And listen, we get to 300. This is going off. I'm going to look like Scott.
Oh, man. I can't wait to witness that.
This is it. Yeah. And Scott, listen, so you got a nice dome, right? Like it looks good, bald. I have no idea what's under here. This could be a disaster.
I'm sure there's a social media filter that can do that for you.
This will be it, but it doesn't know the curves, because every head has,
That's true.
right? So that's what I'm saying. We don't know. I know it's going to be super white.
I told you what it was. My one of the old brothers at church told me once. He's bald as well. He's like, "Hey, listen up, brother Watt." He says, "The Lord only gave so many people perfect heads. Everybody else he gave head to or gave hair to."
Gives hair to. That's right.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's right.
Hey, who's going to shave your head, Trey?
Listen, so this is cool. So we're raffling off the opportunity to shave my head. So anybody that signs up between now and the event enters into a raffle. Oh my gosh! Look at that.
I think that's my head. Well done.
This is oh man, maybe I shouldn't do this. All right, our graphics team doing a good job with you.
That's awesome.
So anybody who
Production value.
signs up between now and the event is entered into a raffle. And we'll pick somebody to come up on stage and to shave my head with the shears I'm going to be bringing. And then we'll have a professional bick it because I'm going to bick that baby all the way down. We're going to go all the way. But we're going to have somebody.
For what? Come on, folks. Come on.
Somebody gets to
us.
shave off the phone. Come on, look at that. I'm excited. So we got to get to 300 registered attendees, and then we're going to do that. So I'm hopeful we get there. And at the same time,
I think we will.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to have to wear a hat for the entire TIA event because it's going to be bald. All right. So anyways, use partners code. Go to brokercarriersummit.com and sign up for that today. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Some things to talk about. So last week we alluded to this. So Flexport halted hiring of 75 employees. They just stopped it. And we heard rumors, some rumblings of P44 letting a few people go. Saw in Freightwaves that Jet McCandless actually wrote an article explaining why they did that, but they let go of 116 people. 116 people at P44 were let go of. So, it's interesting. You feel like we're kind of getting to the bottom of this market, and yet we keep seeing stuff like this happen. So I don't know where we stand, but we hope those people at P44 that lost their jobs land somewhere. They did get severance. Jet did write an article talking about what's happening in the market. I think what happened is this: everybody made a ton of money and thought it was always going to last. Isn't that the way that's what people always do. They think
Wrong thought process. Wrong thought process.
So everybody overhired. They just hired too many people in the process. And it's
slow
interesting.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
That's the way we do
that's
it.
right. There you go.
Slow and steady.
It's funny because you see these companies that scale rapidly. You read books like Blitz Scaling, and you see everybody wants the rapid scaling. But I'll tell you, the headaches that come along with that, the loss of processes, the loss of training, the lack of leadership, the lack of customer satisfaction. I mean, we had a situation just this week with denim. I don't know if you guys saw Jason Rabin's post about denim.
Yes,
customer service issue. And I think it stems from the fact that denim is working hard to make technology a big part of their platform, but you lose the personal touch, you lose some of the processes and the customer service that goes along with that. It's interesting, when we're seeing that. So we'll just have to see kind of how this plays out.
Though, Trey, the biggest problem with that is that they fail to recognize or identify the problem. So what they do is they throw heads at it. They throw heads at it
instead of getting a better process.
Go away, and it just magnifies. And the next thing you know is, oh man, we overstaffed.
And then we're too heavy. That's right.
That's
right.
We're too heavy. Yeah. We don't need these people.
This is why right now I think every company really needs to be looking at their technology and their processes.
Sure.
Like, what technology can we have to make things better? What processes can we have to make that better? That includes training. Like, I know, Scott, that's huge for you. I mean, you don't train people well, man. It's like, that's right. You got it this way.
It's about maintaining those processes too. It's like, we can train processes all you want, but these guys are going to leave our training department and go to their own sales teams. And if our sales teams aren't maintaining those processes, if we don't have something on black and white, we slowly start losing that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Worldwide Express, this is interesting. So if you talk to anybody who worked at Worldwide Express, they'll tell you that the training was phenomenal. Their sales training was amazing. Like, that's what that company, in my opinion, not having worked there, but from talking to people, that's what it's become known for, in my opinion, is incredible sales training that just continues. But it's a part of the DNA. It's a part of the process. And I think that companies got to look at that. They got to look at their technology stack. They got to look at their processes, and they got to look at how they're treating customers, that customer journey from start to infinity, so that they stay with you. Really, really important. It should be
part of the mission statement.
True. Yep. Are we going to see more companies laying off massive people, do you think, or do you feel like we're getting, like, what do you project? Are we getting to the bottom? What do you think?
I think
it depends on their roles.
I don't think
Nobody wants to answer that question.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the individual roles. We see big tech companies, right? Because there was a big push for like automation, and then okay, was it a trend? And so everybody thought this is going to trend up. Okay, it's not where it should be or not where we want it to be, and so we have to let some of these people go because of that. Like Project 44, for example. But or who's adapting what? Which brokers are adapting which tracking programs? There's so many out. MacroPoint, 4Kites, Textlocate. Everybody has their own tools. Where are they integrating? How are they integrating? And where are those going to go? And
I do hope that these people become entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
that's what I hope.
Yeah.
I hope that they will take a risk and try something out. By the way, my Wi-Fi here in St. Louis today is garbage. Just letting you guys know that we're live. So if that happens, Jeff gets to take over
we both co-hosted
over the show.
We'll just won't do dad jokes, so we're fine.
That's a nice reference back to when Scott hosted the show, did some dad jokes that maybe or maybe not went over. I don't know. May or may not have gone over well.
I'll go against him with some emojis.
Right.
So.
Oh, love that. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I talked to a lot of recruiters, and I'm hearing that companies over the summer were really hesitant to pull the trigger on new hires. They were really slow to do that, but that they're starting to hire again. So who knows? Maybe we're past the worst. I don't know. We'll have to see. Heading into the holidays, and heading into an election year, so a lot of variables there. So we'll see.
I got to add on to that, Trey. I was speaking to Charlie Safro about a couple weeks ago, and this is a little alarming. 4% of all the jobs out there are work from home. Okay, and the rest 96.
4 or 40?
4%.
4% is work from home, and 96 is in the office right now.
However, check this out: the applicants that are looking for jobs, 48% of all applicants are looking for work from
remote.
Home.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like 100% work from home, not even the hybrid. They just want to work from home. They're limiting themselves.
Yeah, I'm surprised that. So where did you get that stat of 4%? I would think it'd be higher. I would think it'd be
Charlie. That was Charlie.
Interesting. Okay.
It was interesting. It was very, very.
Because I would have thought it'd be higher than that, but you're right. A lot of people are looking for work from home jobs right now. Anthony says we need a new president to bring fuel costs down. We'll see, Anthony. I don't know. I'm not sure how much presidents have control over that. Some policies I know, like pipelines and stuff. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's coming up. This is coming our way soon. Also, somebody says that some businesses are only hiring internal candidates or like trying to grow in that direction. Interesting. Yeah. We'll see what happens with all of this. But I know that people want to work remotely from home. What's up, Jim?
Hey,
Good to see you, man. Here's what's interesting. I think this is my take on the whole work from home thing. Obviously, a lot of jobs can be done remotely. We saw that through the pandemic. That's true. But here's what I think is interesting. I really believe that work from home benefits the individual person based upon where they work best. There are introverts that are literally significantly more productive working from home. They like it. They get energy from being alone and just working. There are extroverts like myself who want to be in an office or like being in an office, and they would probably thrive in that environment. Oh my gosh, what in the world? We didn't even get some walk-up music for this.
This is not even walk-up. No warning.
We should at least play his song. We should at least play his song.
He's got his green screen ready. He's gonna throw some stuff up there.
Calming Knot in the house, everybody. That's Calming Knot.
Let me click the right button.
Can't hear you. Hold on.
Connect the right microphone and the right headphones. I got 6 of them here to record 3 different types of conversations.
I know it's way too complex over here at McNutt's headquarters. That's for sure. But this is interesting because I really think that every company needs to look at the job and needs to look at the person. Needs to look at the job, needs to look at the person, because some jobs don't need to be in the office and some people don't need to be in the office. I don't think it's one or the other. I really think it depends on the person and how they're going to work best. Look at that. Everybody likes Scott. Everybody loves Scott Watanabe. Look at that.
That's true. My homeboy. That's Booker Neighbors right there. Look him up. Google him.
Yeah. The hybrid role is interesting to me, the hybrid style, because it almost is like you're trying to please 2 people at the same time. You're trying to please the in-office and the work from home stuff. And I just don't know, because again, if you do the hybrid, you're still you're limiting your pool to only who's around you. because you're not going to have somebody hybrid who lives 4 hours from you or 10 hours or 4-hour flight. So you're still limiting it a little bit. And I'd be okay with that, I guess. But I just feel like it's kind of like trying to serve two masters. I don't know. I mean, I think it's job and I think it's person specific. So that's interesting.
Well, it's not. I mean, now you got to look at discrimination because it's somewhat. If you think about it, it's a little discriminatory. So what they're trying to do is give each side equal opportunities to work either in the home or in the office, and leave it up to them.
I've heard some people that have gone back to the office that say they hate it because they're getting distracted by water cooler conversations, by what happened in the football game. They don't want to. They just want to work. They just want to do their work. Plus the people that really enjoy the extra family time that they had. And I just don't know. I'm not sure where that's all going to land from a balance standpoint, but you're definitely seeing that push back to the office a little bit heavier. That's for sure. Okay, Kyle, I guess we should let you talk. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, boys? How you everyone doing? Everyone looking good? Everyone feeling good?
Good to see you.
Are we all excited for Florida State to beat some Clemson ass this weekend? I know the Cowboys.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
What happened last week?
After the Tigers. We won. We got a W. Did we not
was it last
W?
week or the first week? I thought you lost. You're 3-0. I thought you lost.
No, you're confused. Florida State's
I'm thinking
undefeated.
of the
We're
Chiefs.
number 4.
You're right.
Yeah.
Go Colorado. Go Colorado.
Go Colorado. Whoa. I want
to see a Florida State Colorado game. That's what I want to see. Florida State. Colorado.
I mean, are they making the playoffs? I think that's how you're going to get that. I don't think they're making the playoffs. I think they're about to get
Colorado's definitely going to be bowl eligible. I don't know. Hey, Florida State loses a game or two. We'll see.
No, Florida State's good. Colorado just
can you imagine the trash talk if Deion gets to go up against Florida State? Can you just imagine? That would be
what's going to happen. Here's the thing. This is where every time you write about how great Deion is, I've almost written back, but like Deion's leaving. Like the trash talk's going to happen when Deion leaves to go to Florida, the coach of the University of Florida. Deion only cares about Deion. That's where you're like, follow his leadership. I'm like, what? Just be self-centered and only care about yourself? I want Deion to succeed at Colorado, but Deion only cares about Deion. He left JSU. Like he was all about bringing HBCUs back. He left them because he got a better opportunity. He's going to leave Colorado because he's going to get a better opportunity.
To show off that HBCU players can play.
You would show that at HBCUs. You get them drafted. You get Travis Hunter drafted in the first round. That would have been impressive. Instead of taking him to a Power 5, a usual thing.
Okay, pause your thought. We've had HBCU people get drafted before. Randy Moss got drafted before. Other players have gotten drafted from there if they're good, especially wide receivers and those talents. Defensive backs come from them. They get drafted. They just don't get play. They don't get highlights. They don't get media coverage. Right? I mean, if nothing else,
that's why Deion staying there would have made sense.
You're
saying all the reasons of why Deion should have
gave them coverage, and now he gave them coverage, and now he's showing that those players can compete in the Power 5.
Yep. I agree with that.
But you're ruining your argument because you're saying, well, they get drafted in the NFL, they just don't get coverage. Well, then stay there and give them coverage. Continue to put a spotlight on them. Deion only cares about Deion. He followed him. He brought his stuff. He wants.
I don't doubt that Deion only cares about Deion, but I'm just saying I think there's a lot of positives that come out of this. Plus, he's teaching kids how to financially take care of the NIL, which other coaches are not. They're all going away from they're not really highlighting it. He's saying this is the system. Let's play by the rules. Let's play the game.
That's Dabo. That's why Florida State, right? Mike Norvell teaches how it's done. Dabo from Clemson just hates it. Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah. They're going down because it's interesting. It's all right. We've derailed this conversation of transportation, but it's been fun. It's been good.
Sorry.
I always enjoy it. Kyle coming in like a wrecking ball, man. Bull in a China shop. Love it. All right.
I got to make the merch. I got to make the T-shirts. I got to do my quotes for you guys because clearly I live in everyone's mind rent free and not even here. You guys all love the whole show.
Clearly,
what did Kyle say? Because it's hilarious.
It's right here. It's on the shirt.
All right. Well, we'll get back to. Well, I'm sure we'll get back to college football in just a minute. But you know what's interesting? I will say this: when people look at who's playing this Saturday, a lot of people say that the first thing they do is find out when Colorado's playing. They're looking at the schedule to see when they're on the schedule.
Who?
So
no. Who's saying this?
The needle.
ESPN.
A lot of people are saying this.
This is Tebow Mania all over again. This is Tebow Mania all over again. It's like they're following an overhyped person. He's going to get stomped out by Oregon. Oregon's a good team. Nebraska is not a good team.
He
might get stomped out by Oregon. He's going to get stomped out by USC. It's not going to be good. Does the media keep following him?
Listen,
yes,
even
because
the media
he knows how to market. He's
even the media is saying that if he just wins one out of the next 3, that he's done a good job with that because it's a whole new team. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, turning our attention real quick back to the industry just for a moment. Did you see this story? So Yellow, their asset sales and bankruptcy financing was approved, and they've gotten some bids. And Estes beat out UPS on the bid. Estes offered 1.525 billion for Yellow's 169 terminals, which so we knew those things were going to go used. But this good thing, bad thing for the industry. What do you think?
I think they're being used, right? Anything that improves the overall industry. Let's hope that they actually send out job offers for the individuals that work in those terminals as well. Because how many people were laid off? Come on.
Well, I'm sure they will. I mean, I wonder if Estes will.
Customer base too. If you think about all those locations, a shortened length of haul to get it to where it needs to be. I mean, faster service on that.
Yeah, I mean, if Estes needs to fill those terminals with workers, there's workers that are available who know the terminal who could work there, so that's good.
Hey, rehire the yellow guys. That are on stocks, right? Why not?
Yeah. That's right. So we'll see what happens. They'll hire the good ones that know what they're doing, which is great. So they've got that built in. Obviously, those terminals will get used. The capacity will come back. I wonder if the assets, the trucks are going to be in the trailers, because I do remember this. Yellow's trucks and trailers often look really old and clinky.
They are.
So I wonder if those are just going to go by the wayside and they'll bring in new Estes capacity, or if they're going to use those as well. But the terminals and the real estate on those alone are pretty good. So 1.5 billion for the Estes terminals. That's good. Hopefully the workers. And hopefully get them up and running pretty quickly. I mean, I would think that they're still pretty operational, pretty functional, so it shouldn't take terribly long. By the first of the year, maybe they can be all operational, possibly.
Yeah, or even quicker. I mean, if they just, put the olive branch out there to the yellow union guys that were released and saying, hey, you need a job. We've got one right here. You're back in your terminals that you left. I mean, that's a perfect situation right there.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that, but that's good news out there in the industry. So we'll see what goes down with that. Also, I saw this the Nikola truck. Did I pronounce that correctly? Is it Nikola? Kyle, what is it? You know what it is. You got it.
I think it's Nikolai.
I think it's Nikolai. I was going to say. I think,
but there's an A on the end. Nicola.
It's German, isn't it? French, whatever.
I don't know. Somebody in the comments tell us how to phonetically say it. Let us know about that. Anyways, I saw that their truck deliveries are scheduled before the end of December. One of their trucks went 900 miles. Did testing on 900 miles. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, because when you look at some of the ones that Tesla has out right now and the charging and all that, they're not nearly there. So we'll see what happens with all that. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens with that. A lot of good stuff happening there. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh no, we're good. All right, we're good. I thought we had another guest coming to the show. I got a little click in my ear. Forget that, everybody. All right, on some pop culture news, everybody. Did you hear the rumors that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift might be dating?
I heard something like that, but who cares?
So what songs are we going to get out of this relationship? That's the key. That's all that.
Blank Space Part 2.
some football themed songs potentially. I don't know. We'll see about that. But Travis Kelce always making noise. That guy is marketable, so that's impressive. Hopefully he can play football this year. We can win another one. But I saw that
she doesn't have a professional. She doesn't have like a professional sports curse, right? Was it Jessica Simpson had a curse?
I sure hope not, man.
Anytime she dated a professional player, like they got injured the next season or something like that.
I mean, when do these people even have time to get together? Like, I mean, seriously, Taylor's on a 200 some show tour. Kelsey's got football games. I mean, this is a February, March.
He slid into her DMs.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. By the way, speaking of Travis Kelce, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the podcast he does with his brother Jason in the Heights, one of the top rated sports podcasts in the world. I mean, this thing is just absolutely blown up. I saw something where they had like over 1 million subscribers to their podcast. Wow. And it's only been going for about a year now, I think, something like that, maybe less, but they've absolutely blown up. It's great content. The brothers talking. Sometimes it's just funny. Sometimes it's emotional. A lot of good stuff out there. So anyways, we'll see what happens with this Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift thing. That's kind of a crazy thing. Pretty wild. Back on the transportation front, there was an explosion at the Union Pacific Railyard, which prompted evacuations recently. Man, the rains, the railroads and the trains are really having a tough time. Just all the derailments. We haven't heard about those recently, but now we have this in the news. You guys like riding the train? Anybody here ride Amtrak?
I used to.
They haven't made it this far. Too many mountains in Idaho.
There's trains out there, Scott. You can ride over there.
There's not for, you said ride like Amtrak.
Yeah. The Amtrak doesn't go to Idaho?
I'd have to look, but no. We get Union Pacific out here.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking it up right now.
I had to look, but no, it doesn't at all.
I'm going to see if I
We
can
have one
ride an
called
Amtrak
the
from
Thunder
Boise.
Mountain Rail Line, where you can go up to Garden Valley. You can take a rail and go see Santa's little helpers and the reindeer. It's actually a real fun trip. You get dinner. It's pretty cool.
Hey, man,
Yep.
you can go Boise to Seattle. It's right here. I'm looking at it. I just looked it up, man. You could totally do Boise to Seattle. Riding the train. I
Well,
love
there you
riding
go.
the train. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
riding the
it's
train because
fun.
I don't have to think about anything. It's real relaxing. You
can
see
get
parts
a lot
of the
work done too on 'em.
you see parts of the state that you don't normally see. Kyle, why are you laughing? Come on.
I'm laughing because I like the train too. I'd say do it, especially for us with Boston to New York. Like train's
Yeah.
the best way to go because you fly
Yeah.
into New York, you're like it's still 2 hours for me to get into the damn city. I'd rather take the train. But a couple of coworkers had a fun experience a couple of weeks ago where the Amtrak broke down and like the heat we were dealing with, and I guess all the power went out, and there was like 3 hours on the track and just hot, and like no one saying anything. So. I mean, hey, a train breaks down is much better than a plane breaking down, right? I take that. Like, okay, I'm alive. We're not scared, anything like that.
True.
But
Train
check it
windows
out.
don't open. I don't think like there's emergency windows open, but train windows themselves don't actually open. So that probably got pretty hot.
Hey,
That's my
Kyle,
guess.
is that the Acela?
No, that was Amtrak. Acela goes into Maine. Acela is a beautiful one if you ever drive it. That's
I've
a
been
fun
on that
one.
one. Yeah, I've been on that one.
Yeah, haven't done that one, but I love riding the train. Always a good time to do that. So it's really good. So it's nice to see that. So, anyways, unfortunate for the fire that broke out. Hopefully, everybody was okay with
So
that.
they know,
Prompt
was it
evacuations.
chemical or?
That's a good question.
Oh.
I don't know about that if it was chemical or not. Let's see. So
Might be
That was
fertilizer.
my
That
first
stuff
question. I mean,
blows
because they
up.
evacuated a whole mile. A whole mile.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, it was chemicals. Toxic smoke was generated. Yeah, chemical
It
stuff.
was. Okay.
A lot of chemical fires. Yeah, no derailment and no injuries. So good news on that. But
You can
a
see
lot of-
new
I gotta go,
regulations
boys. See
coming
ya.
out for rail now on hazmat.
Peace out, Kyle. Thanks for joining us. Is he leaving us, or is he just sitting there looking good? I don't
No,
know.
he's trying to put.
He's trying to
something
turn it
smart
off.
on
He didn't know how to turn it off. He's trying to figure out how to turn. And lastly, in this segment today, interesting. American manufacturing is coming back. And with that are the strikes. We're seeing more and more unions that are fighting for better pay. I actually saw this when I was in Arizona. I was in Phoenix last week and got the news that the Phoenix airport workers were going on strike. And we weren't sure if they were on strike yet or thinking about it. But, man, that would have caused a lot of havoc at the airport. So a lot of unions are striking. And that's a sign that manufacturing is coming back, that there's opportunity there. So good and bad. I don't really like seeing strikes, but I also understand people are trying to get the most they can out of it. But interesting. What do you guys think about strikes? Have you guys ever striked before? Have you ever been a part of a union and strike?
Never.
Yeah, I haven't either.
We've drove past some. I think there was a UPS one a while back. Maybe a
I've
Walmart
seen some
one. I don't know.
horrendous. I've seen some horrendous things because I worked with the UAW, but even with the Teamsters, where you had non-Teamsters trying to break the line, it gets nasty, guys.
Oh, you used to be at UAW? Used to be I
worked at Ford Motor Company. And I used to.
Oh, you worked at Ford.
Work
Okay.
hand in hand with both the UAW and then with Jaguar with the Teamsters. So it can get really nasty. I mean, they get a stronghold in there, you know, and if someone tries to break that, you know, what do they call them?
Like crossing the line, the picket.
Come on, Katie. Come on, everybody else.
Come on, get in here.
Scabs. Oh, I think they call them scabs or whatever. Yeah, they
scabs. Is that the name? Is it scabs for people that cross the picket line?
And they break the line, you know, to go in there at a cheaper rate.
Where do they get the name scabs? What is that referring to? What does that even mean?
You know, I don't know. I don't know the history about it.
I wonder if it's an acronym.
I mean, Bill Robinson would probably know. I'm pretty sure it's scabs, but
that's
Bill's
interesting.
in the comments. Hey, Bill, sign up, buddy.
Yeah, let us know. I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see what that is. But so I've never been a part of a union, but my stepdad was in a union. He was a Finnish carpenter for 40 years, and he swears by the union. And so I've learned a little bit about his union from that. I've never been a part of one. I don't think I really want to be a part of one. At the same time, I understand that the workers sometimes can get better benefits as a result of that. It will raise costs for the rest of us, but kind of a part of the way that works. So interesting. But American manufacturing coming back, that's a good thing. I think that's a really good thing for us. So hopefully that's true. And we'll see what happens with that. So that is all for this segment of What's the Word on today's show. It is time, everybody, to play a game. We like to play games here on the show. We got a new game today. It's a new game. Jeff, just for you. This game is called What's That?
Wow.
play on words, having a little fun with that.
I like that.
With some new creative stuff. So this is what's that? Look at that, got the brick background blended in nicely. Look at that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do today. Okay, all right. We're going to put up an image. Now this image is zoomed in like 100 times, zoomed in, way in, and we got to try to figure out what the image is. And if we get it right, we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna be a team today, or maybe we should go individual. Maybe we should do individual. What do you think?
I think team.
Let's do it. Let's do a team today. You guys don't.
There's only 3 of us.
You guys don't sound sure today. We'll just do a team today. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So what's the first one? Let's see what this is. Here we go. What is this?
There's an elephant.
Gosh, is that it? Looks
Elephant
like an
ear.
You think it's an elephant ear?
And nose.
It kind of looks like an owl that's like hiding in its wing.
It could be a snout. Maybe it's a. Come on, audience, help us out.
Oh gosh, what is that? Oh yeah, please help us out in the comments. We need some help with this. What does this look like? What do you think? It kind of looks like a cat of some sort.
It could, yeah, it is a cat.
I could go with that.
What's still in the office, the bottom left? It's a cat.
It's a chimpanzee.
It's a monkey.
It's
like an orangutan, like a chimp.
Orangutan.
Okay, all right. Let's see, is that right? Okay, there we go. We're zooming out. There it is. All right, okay. Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee, look at it.
So we almost got
a nice haircut. We knew it was an animal.
We almost got that one. We did not get that one. Hopefully those out there in the audience got that one. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go to the next one. What's the next one here? Here's the next one. Oh, this looks like that looks like cat.
Lion.
That looks like
lion
mane. Ooh, lion mane. Ooh, that could be good. Yeah, almost looks like fire, but it's too consistent.
Can't no, that's not fire. That's not fire.
You think it's a lion mane? Oh, that's a head of hair. That's somebody's hair.
Yeah, a horse.
Is that a horse? What the heck is that? It's. I mean, the top part looks like someone's hair, but maybe an animal.
Oh, you know, it looks like an eye.
Oh, that's the.
Oh, it's a dog. Oh, look at that. That's the top of a golden doodle, man. Well, we got the hair part right. We just didn't know what it was too. So, you know, I think that's Natalia's dog Dexter. That's right. That's Dexter. Aww. There you go. I know. That's Natalia's
Hi, Dexter.
golden doodle. Look at that. Super
golden doodle.
Okay, listen, we're 0 for 2, guys. This is terrible. We need to get something right. All right, let's see what we can do here on the next one. All right, next one here. Let's see what this is. Oh gosh, the red and the green.
Wow.
Who? Is that like super? I'm thinking like Super Mario Brothers, like
that's
Mario
exactly what I was thinking. Mario.
Is that what you were thinking? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, you might be right. I've got Mario Brothers.
Lego. It could be a Lego Mario.
Okay. All right. We're getting closer. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Let's see. That picture isn't even
Mario. That's Mario with that mustache.
Is that Mario?
Definitely.
What is that? Oh, Mario and Luigi, we did. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. 1 out of 3. We got one right. Nice. Okay. All right.
But that's like those are like costumes, so that's weird.
We should get some some sound effects. I mean, I feel like we need some sound effects here. That's right. All right. Okay. All right. What's next here? What do we got next?
That's an eyebrow.
No, it's not.
I like it. I think it's an eyebrow. Yeah, that's an eyebrow. Ooh, that's my eyebrow. I think that's
yours
me.
Or mine.
I think I see little hair. You don't have hair. That's my
eyebrow. You can see your blinds.
Dan Lindsay shaving.
Those are your blinds.
Yeah. Those are the blinds. All right, that's it. Yep, there it is. That's me. That's right. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. Oh. So one thing that we like to do around here at Beta Consulting Group is we do a lot of video calls, and we have given everybody permission that if somebody freezes, they're able to take a screen capture, and we'll use it later somewhere. So
I'm sending you one from today from pre-show.
That's a screen capture from
Bruh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not good. All right. Okay, so that's me. All right, do we have another one? Oh yeah, we do. Here we go. All right, so we're 2 for 2, or 2 wins, 2 losses. We're 2 for 4. Jeff, what do you think, man?
I don't know. I have absolutely no clue on this.
We've had animals and we've had me. So we've had almost all animals, I think, is what we could put. Ooh, maybe a stuffed animal. That's a good. I'm
gonna say stuffed bear, but I don't know.
Stuffed giraffe. That's definitely a stuffed. That's got to be a stuffed animal. That's got to be something. Maybe a real animal. I don't know, but let's check. Let's see. So,
stuffed lion.
That Dexter again?
Oh, that's a stuffed lion. That's what Jeff's going with. Let's see. No, you don't think so? Is a dog stuffed dog? That's Dexter again.
Come on.
In my head, I was like, what kind of dog does Morgan have?
Scott, you
But-
had it, man. You're like, that's Dexter. Nope, that's Dexter. All right, we can't take that one. Jeff and I were convinced it was a stuffed animal, but I will say this: I have a golden doodle, and sometimes when you touch it, you feel like you're touching a stuffed animal. Their coats are just so soft. So it got us. That one got us. That one got us. Okay. Do we have another one? We do. Oh, that's Nacho Libre. That's Nacho Libre. Come on, you got
it. In costume.
This is Nacho Libre. Come on, Jack Black. Let's move on. We already Nacho. and
Nacho Libre.
under the clothes you find the man, and under the man you find.
Oh, I think I found
nucleus.
I think I found this year's costume.
Yes, that's it. That's it right there. Okay, all right. So we got three. We're three wins and 3 losses. We're 3 out of 6. All right, here we go.
This is someone doing this.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. Exactly.
That's it. Now, who is it? It's which someone is it? If this is me again, I don't remember doing this.
Coleman Ruffin.
Ooh, I like it. Maybe it's Coleman. Let's see what this is. Okay, it's not me.
Not
Who
me.
is
No, it's what's his name
Much
from
hair.
Colombia. From Colombia. What's his name?
Oh, it's Juan.
Oh, it's Jose.
Juan Faena.
It's
Juan.
Juan.
That's right. He did that on the show. That's right. That is Juan. Very good. We got Juan. Nice. Okay, we've got 4 right. No,
That's
3 wrong. So
awesome.
now we got a winning percentage here. All right, let's go. Let's see what's next. Do we have one more? Let's see. We got one more.
Also captured.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Morgan got that
page
one.
29 of 29.
Is that okay? That's it. All right, that's all. So we got 4 right. We got 3 wrong. I say that's a winning game.
That's a winning game. See, good job.
That's a
guys.
win.
Good
We definitely
team.
got that.
Good team.
Dominated that. All right. So
I think I
that's-
would have gotten 3 out of 3 of those.
That is the first episode of What's That? So
I like it.
Have fun.
We'll
Have fun
definitely
with
bring
that.
that back.
Yeah, bring that one back for sure. That one's
I
good.
like that.
All right,
Start
couple
taking
things to
screenshots,
promote.
ladies.
Couple things. Yeah, no, good job. Couple things to promote. So this weekend, guys, Saturday, tomorrow. Wow, tomorrow is the Souk Strong golf tournament to raise money for ALS patients. So really excited about that. Last week, Jeff, you did the Ice Bucket Challenge. You did not flinch. So we're asking for $100 donations from whoever would like to help us out with that. Make sure you go to soukstrong.com, or you can go to the link that we're going to put into the comments to donate. We would greatly appreciate that. Let me tell you about this real quick. All of the money goes to ALS patients. And the reason why we do that is because we had a situation in our family. My brother-in-law's mother-in-law passed away of ALS, Joan Suker. She was diagnosed 10 years ago, passed away 5 years ago, and we lived through that transition that was incredibly expensive. It just cost a lot. There was accommodations for a home, for your vehicle, accommodation, wheelchairs that you need, communication devices, and then just the time with family, maybe going on vacations, just getting away and enjoying some time together before your loved one passes on. All that thing is really important, and all of it costs money. So we raise money directly for patients. We're trying to raise $50,000 this year. Normally raise about $35,000 with that. I raised $12,000 with the Word on the Street Tough Mudder Charity Challenge back in April. So we're trying to raise 5,000 more. So we need basically 50 people who would donate $100 and help us out. So make sure you go to soukstrong.com, click on the link, make a donation. It's tax deductible. This is a tax deductible donation to a nonprofit, Souk Strong. And again, all of it goes to ALS patients. So we'd love for you to help us out. We appreciate it very much. Please pass it on. If you donate, share it with your social media community as well. Ask them to donate as well. Again, all the money goes to patients. We write a check, we give it to them. It's a very heartbreaking situation. At the same time, it's an incredible blessing for them. So we would appreciate that. So if you have,
how many are going to the golf outing, Trey? How many?
It's full. This thing sells out
Wow.
every year, and it sells out within 2 weeks. So in May they send out the, hey, we're having the golf tournament, and within 2 weeks every year it's sold out because people keep coming back. We have people that come to the dinner who don't play in the golf. We typically have anywhere from like 200 to 250 people at this event. And so it's
awesome.
Nice.
Silent auction. We have great auction items. It's here in St. Louis. If you're in St. Louis and want to come, you can also sign up to go to the dinner. It's soukstrong.com, SUKE strong, soukstrong.com. You can see all the information about that for the dinner. You can make a donation. And again, all that money goes directly to ALS patients because it's really, really important. It's just a terrible way to die. It's a costly way to die. Insurance doesn't cover a lot of these things. So please help us out with that. Again, $100 donations or more if you'd like. We'd appreciate that. Really appreciate you partying with that and helping us out to help ALS patients. So really appreciate it. Also, if you want to see Jeff not flinch, you can go back and watch last week's episode. that on social media as well. Put that out there. The man did a good job. I flinched, man. That ice water hit. I was like, oh, you were just like solid, my friend. Like militaristic. It was impressive. Very impressive. That's for sure. Also, don't forget next week's show. We're going to be highlighting the Broker Carrier Summit. That is October 12 through 13. Go to brokercarriersummit.com to sign up for the event. Join us down in Tampa, Florida. We're going to have some of the speakers on the show next week to talk about the show. So it's going to be really fun. Jeff, you're one of those speakers. You're going to
sir.
What are you going to be talking about? I think you're focusing on the shipper side, right?
Yeah, the shipper side and how to collaborate correctly with both broker and carrier. It's the vicious triangle if you really think about it. Shipper, broker, carrier, and how they interact with each other to make things work and give that customer the customer experience that they want to experience. So
yeah, it's
we're
going to be great.
Talking heavily about that. Yes, sir.
I can't wait for these conversations, getting brokers and carriers together to really talk about what's happening in the industry. I mean, Scott, you work with, obviously you're a brokerage, you work with carriers. The conversations that you guys have with carriers, I'm sure some of those are not only pretty educational for your team, but also quite entertaining. And you guys learn a lot the more you talk to carriers, I would imagine, right?
Absolutely.
We try. It's all about trying to build relationships. So the more relationships we build, always trying to, always try to increase our carrier reutilization, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So. I think that I would have enjoyed being a carrier sales rep and talking to carriers, calling them up, asking how they're doing, talking to them on the road. I like to talk. I probably would have been money at the carrier sales seat. That would have been a fun place to live. Just good people, good conversations. Hearing about their journeys on the road. I love driving on the road like an RV. So I love that whole idea of just being out there. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think someday, don't count this out. Someday, my wife and I might buy a truck and go do that for a couple of years. We might do that. We'll make a little money and go see the country and experience it. I think it would actually be an incredible experience. Be out there, see what it's really like, be able to talk about it from that experience, from firsthand experience. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, underground knowledge. Nothing better than that, Trey.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It'd be so good. So again, make sure you go to brokercarriersummit.com, use the code PARTNERS to get a little discount and join us down in Tampa, Florida.
Join us. Come on, guys.
It's going to be great. Also, just in case you guys didn't hear it, if we hit 300 attendees, registered attendees, this is getting shaved off on stage by whoever. We're going to raffle. Whoever signs up between now and the show, going to enter the raffle to take the hair down. My wife and kids are going to make so much fun of me if this happens, but it's okay. We're going to have a good time.
You're going to leave the beard? Are you going to leave the beard?
Oh, yeah. This will probably stay. Although, now would have been really bad is if I'd agreed to shave my eyebrows and my beard and everything. I did not.
You
Only
went
the head.
750 on that.
Only the head. If we do get to 500, Robert Bain's going to shave off his beard. That's a big deal.
Oh, I got to see that.
Oof.
So, if we get past 300, let's get all the way to 500. It'll be great. Bring a couple people from your team. It's going to be great. Carriers, get down there.
To grow, man. That'd
be so good. That'd be so good. So good. All right. We're going to finish the show as we always finish the show. It is time for This Week in Pictures. This Week in Pictures. We got a couple of good ones. Scott, you sent in a couple. Let's go ahead and get the show on the road. What's the first one we got here? The first one we got is actually it's mine. From this week. Let me tell you about these. So on the left is Isometric Technologies. That's the crew, John and myself, and then Brian and Sean, the guys from Isometric Technologies. Good guys, man. So much fun. Here's what they did. This was genius. If you're looking for a trade show secret out there, don't just get the normal candy. Here's what they did. They found a local cookie shop, and they went and bought fresh, hot, homemade cookies and brought them over to their booth. And they had repeat customers. Once people found out they had cookies, they were coming back. They had 5 different types of cookies. What a genius way to get people to your booth with something other than the normal candy. You got to stand out at these things. You got to find a way to be different. And that's a way to do it. They did a great job, had these phenomenal. I did say this. I told them they should have milk with it, like chocolate milk or white milk option. Milk and cookies, that would have been, but it was still good. It was still good. Also on the right-hand side, this is interesting. I'm going to put this picture on social media in a little bit. That guy his name is Emeka Nasiri, and I grew up with him. We were on the same basketball team at 6 years old. Yeah. And he was that tall. He was that tall then. He was always tall. We had a great time, got to run into him. I didn't know he's actually working over at Entourage Freight Solutions. and doing a great job out of Columbus, Ohio area, I believe is where they're at. Maybe Cleveland, somewhere in the Ohio area. And it was great to catch up. Like his parents, I knew them really well. We played basketball. We went to school together till we graduated. So I've known that guy a majority of my life, and getting to catch up with him was just a blast. And now he's an addicted golfer like me, so we have even more in common. So it's really fun.
That's
so
awesome.
Neat guy there. It was great to see him and great to be at the McLeod conference. Looking forward to getting back there. Next year it's in Charlotte. So that'll be fun. Scott, you know a little bit about Charlotte, I think. All right. Next one. Let's see what we got next. Of course, our good friend Matt Silver. They're now wearing Hawaiian shirts in the booth. That is their new uniform for trade shows. How cool is that? Love seeing that. So enjoyed seeing that. Also, you can't see it, unfortunately, but that's Michael Caney, and he's wearing black and yellow Air Force or Jordan 4s. And I'm wearing blue and white Jordan 4s. That's right. And so we showed that off, and unfortunately, I forgot to mention that as we put this together. But we both have Air Jordan 4s on. That was pretty fun. Love that.
4s are class.
4s are some of the best, man. The Jordan 4s are some of the best. Don't at me if you don't like that out there, but
I don't have 4s.
All right, next picture. Next thing we got. Okay, so this woman on the left. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I know that I connected with her online. She had great hair. Had to take a picture. Anybody who's got great hair, gives me a run for my money. I mean, hers is way better than mine. Had some color to it. Looked really sharp. She kindly enough agreed to take a picture with me. That was great at the show. On the right, so you guys don't know this guy, but his name is Rick, and he is one of the guys I sing with in my barbershop chorus. He is a legend. His name is Rick Knight. He's the lead singer of the Gas House Gang. You can look him up on YouTube. Some of the best 4-part harmonies you'll ever hear. He was the lead. He just floats. His voice just floats. It's just so pretty. But I had a chance to sing a gospel show on Saturday before heading out to Phoenix. We did that this past week, so that was really fun. That was beforehand. We got a little picture, which was a blast. Had a good time with that. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, yeah, some cool stuff here. So we got some new garage doors. Look at that. So we've got the browns instead of the whites. Kind of brings out the brown bricks. So my wife wanted that. I got to have down the bottom left there is my niece, Anna. She's a student. She's a sophomore at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix. So I had a chance to go to lunch with her on Tuesday, early dinner. That was really fun. And then over on the right, this is my oldest daughter, Hannah, and the guy who is taking her to homecoming, Asher.
Okay.
He goes to our church. We had a great conversation. We had a strong negotiation for him to be able to ask her. He agreed. She said yes, so we got a dress. She's got a dress for the show. In fact, I didn't put this on there, but I think she sent me a picture of this. Take that down for just a minute, Natalia. I want to highlight this for just a second. So she sends me this picture of the dress that she bought. Let me show this to you guys. You see that? There it is, right there. Pretty dress. Yeah, there it is. And then literally within hours, Facebook sends me this reminder from 11 years ago. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh, it's coming. Just tearing the heartstrings right out. Just tearing them right out. So pretty tough. Okay, let's go back. All right, so that's what we had going on. And now, Scott, to you, my friend.
Okay, yeah. So the top picture. So 2 weekends ago, Idaho has this big, nasty hill climb. It's part of the American Hill Climbing Association. It's pretty big, and so
that's a
I
thing?
decided
American
to take,
Hill Climbing Association. I did not know that.
Yeah, more like a dirt biking hill climb association. So it's they came out, and usually this is a little more packed, but they changed the name and they have a different promoter this year. But my buddy, I actually met up with him. I've known him since 5th grade, and then he was the best man, and my wife was the maid of honor at one of the weddings that I did this year. And I was like, we reconnected, and he's a big dirt bike guy. And so we hung out with him on the weekend, and I took his little pit bike up to the top of the hill. And this is the hill, the picture of from the top of the hill. So
cool.
Nice. I've seen some of those bikers get really the really steep hills. That stuff's
they're
crazy.
It's super steep. Like, I can't believe they don't, but I guess they have extended swing arms that helps them from not flipping. And those guys are maniacs.
And they have the flippers on the back wheels too, so they can dig in real fast. So.
Yep. Yeah,
pretty nuts.
But the second one, this is my pumpkin harvest from my garden. So, and my daughter was.
Oh wow, you grew those.
I grew those. Yeah,
nice.
Those are solid. For the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yep.
How'd you grow that one that's really tall? There's that second from the
laid
left.
It on its side.
Interesting. It's like really, really tall.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a pumpkin like that.
The way it had, it was one that kind of got away, so it was actually behind my box, my raised boxes. So I didn't even see it until I was watering my chickens, I was like, oh, there's one over there. So it was pretty cool.
Wow, I have never seen a pumpkin like that. Impressive. All right, do we got any more pictures? Let's see what else is next. Oh yeah, there we are. Look at that.
So this is the rest of Hill Climb. This is my wife on the little 110 pit bike, and my daughter she loves it, and she kept going faster, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, now I got to make a $4,000 investment. So, but this is at the top of the hill with my Good Vibes hat.
Nice,
so, had to
love
do
that,
selfie.
man. That looks like a good day too. Good weather, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
it was awesome weather.
Nice views.
That is awesome. All right, what else do we got here? What else? I think we have some news articles. Check this out. And the F-35 jet, the joking around about losing an F-35 jet, an Israeli tanker was stolen from a military zone, and it was found in a junkyard. How do these things either get stolen or go missing? How does that?
I mean, you can't just drive it down the road and nobody.
These things they're very costly. They're very awkward. They stand out. Like how? I don't understand how these things happen, but anyway, so that happened. So the military is not doing great across the world in terms of keeping tracks on its stuff.
Well, how long ago was it stolen? And did the article just come out because it was found? Like, what if it was never found?
It's a good question. I didn't read the whole article. I just saw that and went, with the whole F-35 thing, I pulled it off because I thought that was an interesting, just, not doing well with with all that. So interesting that happened. Also, a couple of things that happened this week. So we'll go to the next picture here. The Wienermobile. Listen to this. It was renamed Frank Mobile, and that did not stick. Nobody liked it. So it's back to the Wienermobile, everybody. So if you see the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, it's back. You can call it.
I have a picture. I drove by it. I drove by it last month. I drove by one last month. Nice. I took a picture specifically for a word on the street, and I forgot to send it.
I'll tell you what would be great. I would love to. So if Oscar Mayer is listening to this if that ever happens, I'd love a ride in that thing. I want to see what that's like to drive that thing down the road. So we need to make that happen. I need to reach out to Oscar Mayer and make that happen. That would be great.
So fun fact, as I drove by, just like every commercial vehicle, it has its MC and its DOT number on the side. So
it's legit.
It's
legit. If anybody has Oscar Mayer as a customer, make this happen for me. Give me the introduction. Let's make it happen. I want to ride in the Wienermobile. That'd be fun. All right. Next thing here on the agenda. Check this out. A toddler got lost in the woods, and its dog went with it, and it used the dog as a pillow, and the second dog sat there and protected it until they found the toddler. This guy just ventured out, and then and the dog's protected. Dogs are amazing animals. Animals in general, like just absolutely crazy. I'm always amazed by these stories and just hearing. You always wonder what's actually going on in the head of a dog. Like what's actually going on in their mind. What do they really know? What are they really thinking? I don't know, but this stuff's amazing. Great story. Nice feel-good story that we had, which is pretty cool. And lastly, check this out. A Canadian dog removes 21 socks for a Guinness World Record. Like, you can do anything and call it a world record. That's crazy. Who would have think, let's get this dog to take socks off of people. I bet there's a world record on that.
Wow, that's 42. That's
21 feet might be 42 socks. I don't know. I don't know if it's just feet or if I think it was just one foot per person is what I think happened there. So I don't know. We'll have to see about that.
We should look up the record for how many times one gets muted on a podcast. See if Kyle's got it yet.
There's got to be something about that in terms of a record. You just think that's got to happen. So, anyways, that's our show today, everybody. Hope you had a great week, had a great weekend coming up. Make sure you come back next week at noon for that Broker Carrier Summit special. And until then, we'll see you guys. Thanks so much for the show, guys. We'll talk to you guys real soon.